Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. Yes, still night. That's how tired I am, y'all. That's how tired I am. Anyway, it's been a day. It's been a day. Well, I had to treat me and two of my favorite guys today. Even though, finances are tight all over, but sometimes you just gotta, you can't just miser it all the time, pinch pennies and do all that. Sometimes you gotta do something. Johnny had been up in the house, moping. We're still waiting to hear from them people about his program, and so. And there's this movie that Johnny's been wanting to see, the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. He's been wanting to see that. And then we try to go out to eat at least once a month. And I think we went out to eat a couple of weeks ago. Went and had some Mexican, I think. Maybe. I don't remember. We might have. I don't remember. But maybe we did. I don't know. But I think we had Mexican maybe earlier this month. But I know that Vincent hasn't been able to get out and do anything. He had some health things happen last month and had to quit a job and hadn't been really able to get out and do much. And I wanted to treat him and I wanted to treat Johnny, and so we went. We got out early and mailed a couple of packages. I mailed off the purple cardigan to its new owner, and then we went and picked up Vincent, and we went to eat at a place called Sumo. It's like a Chinese buffet type place. I just picked the least expensive place I could think of where everybody could get enough to eat. Even though taking me to a buffet is like wasting money these days, because I eat like less than a plate of food. So, I don't eat that much. So, but my guys ate plenty, so it was fine. I do ask that you all keep Vince in your prayers. I'm not going to go into a great big bunch of detail, but he's going through some difficulties and he could really use some prayers. So if y'all would keep him in for his health and for some financial stuff, he really could use some prayers. So if y'all could, pray for my Vince, that I would really appreciate it. I kind of knew some things going in that, he was going through some difficulties. So this is not news to me. But I'm a little worried about him. But he's in God's hands. And our whole situation is in God's hands. And I continue to lean on God for guidance and, in this. And if His will be done, then that's how it'll go. So that's where I'm trying to what I'm trying to stick to anyway. But so we went and had us a good meal, and then we went to this silly movie. and that's the only thing I could say for it. It was very silly. Yeah. If you've seen any of the Deadpool movies, I think I've seen the first one all the way through, but I never watched the second one. I think I took Johnny to the first one. Yeah, I think I probably took Johnny to the first one. I don't, and to be honest, it was more of a Johnny thing than a me thing, and I don't even remember that much about the first one. I don't remember that much about it. Honestly, I don't. But Johnny loves Deadpool, so he really does. And and who doesn't like Wolverine? So it was an interesting combo, to say the least. They fought each other a couple of times, and yeah. So it was pretty interesting, and and there was this dog in this movie. They called it a dog pool. Okay, dog pool is got its tongue lagging out of its mouth, and its tongue is lagging out of the side of its mouth, and dangling down and practically dragging its tongue around. And I looked up this dog from this movie, and the dog's name is Peggy. Her name is Peggy. She's from the UK, and she was dubbed the ugliest dog in the UK. She won a competition for the ugliest dog. You ever heard the saying, so ugly it's cute? That's this dog, yeah. And when the Deadpool, the character, sees this dog, he just flat falls in love with this dog. He stops everything for this dog. And you're just looking at it going, that's probably something I would do. Stop everything for the dog. But she has a pretty good role in this movie. She really does. She has a pretty good role in the movie. So I was thrilled to see a dog, even, you know, because you know she probably had to have been a shelter dog. She had to have been one of those dogs that was rejected at some point and was unwanted, and someone took pity on her and took her in and raised her. And she, you know what I mean? She just has that look that someone at some point rejected her, and she's this, you know, comeback story, this, you know, doggy makes good. Now she's in a multi-million-dollar movie after winning the ugliest dog in the UK. Take that, you beautiful golden retrievers. That's what you kind of want. You kind of thinking in her head, she's thinking, hey, you stupid little golden retrievers, I'm in the movie, you're not. Hi. You just think of those little, you know, the little bubbles above her head of her thoughts, you know. You're just thinking that might be what she's thinking, you know, while she's in the movie going, hi. I'm in a big name movie and you're not. I'm eating steak, filet mignon, and you're not. You know me, it's about the dogs. It's about the dogs. When they brought that little ugly dog out there, I was like, check her out. And he's just letting her lick inside his mouth and everything. I was like, oh, not inside the mouth, no. But yeah, she got this mile-long tongue. Just I laughed so hard. Yeah, it's one of those really dark comedy kind of movies. You know, it has lots of action. If you're an action movie junkie, then yeah, you're in good company, you know. But it has some funny stuff too. A little bit of gore, but mostly funny. But you know, it depends on your tolerance for certain things, because they get a little raunchy. Well, they get a lot of raunchy, but it's funny in a way. So anyway, so yeah, there's that. But we all had a good time, I think. I think he enjoyed getting out of the house. Both of them, Johnny and Vince, I think they both enjoyed getting out of the house. And I know Johnny loved that movie, so, because he's been wanting to see that. And today was discount day at the movies. That's why we went on a Tuesday. You know, it's not like everybody's preferred day to go to the movies, but it's ours because it's discount day. We always go to the movie on discount day if we can, because well, for one, it's discount day. For two, it's during the day when everybody else is at work and school. And we were like, there was us three and then maybe one or two other people in the whole theater. We had the whole theater for that showing almost to ourselves. I like that very much. I think Vince liked that very much too. He could relax. I think he relaxed. He's not a social butterfly by any means. No, not a social butterfly. No. He doesn't like very many people at all. which is fine by me, because I'm a social butterfly in front of y'all, in front of this camera. I'm you know, very comfortable talking to y'all, and but out in public, and not always. Sometimes I just don't want people to talk to me at all, not in public. Sometimes I wish they'd just pass by me and not even notice me at all. I've gotten to where when I go out in public, I put these in my ear. These are earbuds that Will gave me. These are JBL earbuds, and yeah, I know you need charging. They fit right in your ear, and I'll connect them Bluetooth to my cell phone, my iPhone, and yes, it's blinking orange. But I'll just play music in my ears while I'm grocery shopping, or you know, walking, or whatever I'm doing, and then I'll pause my music while I'm at the cashier so that I can hear the cashier, and then as soon as I walk away from the cashier, I turn the music back on, just so that I don't have to interact with anybody. If someone tries to talk to me, I'll be like, wait a minute, and I pause the music. I'll point to my ear, and then I'll pull my phone out and pause mute. Yeah. I've turned into Miss Unsociable. I don't do it at the doctor's office because I might never know when they're going to call me. You know what I mean? I guess I could just put one in my ear and leave the other one out, and I could still hear, you know. But I like music loud, so I need both ears going. But yeah, I do that. I put the earbuds in when I go to the grocery store. Or I think I'm going to start going to, I have a mall not too far from the house, and I need to get some steps in. So I think I'm going to start go to the mall, because it's a climate controlled area that I can walk without being in the heat or being in the cold or whatever. And I think I'm going to start going there and walking. I don't have to buy anything there. I can take my own water if I want to, and just walk and you know, around and around, just as many times as I feel comfortable, and then go back to my van and come home. I can look if I want to look at stuff. I can look at stuff, but I think that I will start doing that, because well, it's free to walk in the mall, you know, and I'll have my earbuds playing. I don't have to interact with anyone. I'm just walking, getting steps in. And I know other people do that. I know I know from years back that older people do that. They go there because it's climate controlled, and you don't have to worry about getting in the heat or walking on, you know, dirt, you know, unlevel surfaces. You get to walk on a level surface, and you know, it's comfortable to walk in that area, in that, you know, climate and whatnot. So I think that's a good idea. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Tonight's late night will be working on Will's blanket. I haven't crocheted today. I've been up since early. I got coffee. Oh, and I had a Red Bull this afternoon. So late this afternoon. So I'll be up late. But this morning, when I was getting ready and whatnot, I had to go clean out my van and do some other things before we went to do all this other stuff today. And I was messaging with my friend Marcia. Hi, Marcia. And she was showing me this yarn. She has some Premier Bloom Chunky in a different color than this. Hold on, I got some here. There. This yarn here. This is the color Bluebell. Anyway, she had this in a different color, and she was asking me, would it work for a sweater? And I'm like, of course it will work for a sweater. It's very soft, it's very squishy and wonderful, and it's Premier. And she said she was gonna make, she's thinking about making a pullover, you know, hoodie type sweater. And I was like, because I'd been going through one of these books. Well, no, not that book. Where is it? Oh, it's right over here. Okay. I had been going through one of these books. Not long ago, I went through one of the books I had got in from my wish list. This one that I got in as part of my birthday presents from one of y'all. And I picked out one of these sweaters to do in here, and it required chunky yarn, and it's a pullover, and even though this is about a two-tone, it's called 50 Below is the pattern name. 50 Below color block pullover. I'm not going to do a color block. I'm going to use the Bloom Chunky. But this is what the sweater looks like right there. So, but this is my adventure foray, as it were, into patterns. So, I think I went, see, it's got like, there's a thing in the back of this book that you can go, and it gives you a guide and shows you which, because they, for sizing and whatnot, they have everything in parentheses and have it all mapped out, 2X, 1X, because these sizes in this particular book go from extra small all the way up to 5X, so it's very size inclusive. If I can get my words out. Anyway, so it's very size inclusive. Now this is worked, I believe, in 2 panels. Yeah, and what I did is I went and circled to help me with stitch count and stuff. Well, you know, in the pattern itself, I went and circled the information pertaining to my size, so that would help me when I get to that point in the pattern. So I went and circled those so that I could do that. But it is for a chunky weight yarn. It says bulky, and of course it suggests a type of yarn. It says bulky wool and the gang alpacino, merino, and chestnut brown, and Sahara dust. But I'm not going to use that particular yarn. I'm going to use this yarn I got over here, this Premier, because I have like 6 skeins of that. It's not going to take that much. But see, and they have it in 2 different. They have the yardage necessary in 2 different colors, which I'm not worried about it. But it does say 5 bulky weight, which is what that is. That's a 5 bulky weight. Let's see if it says what hook size. It says to use a 6.5 millimeter hook. I'm not going to use a 6.5 millimeter hook because when I had that yarn, I frogged a blanket that I had started with it like a year and a half ago. It's been a long time since I started the blanket in that yarn, and I frogged it. Let me just put this up here. I frogged it this morning. And I think this is something. This is what I frogged and balled. I hand balled this. My arms were tired after I got done, let me tell you. But I had got, I think this is like 2 or 3 skeins of Bloom Chunky. Yeah. But this is a pretty thick yarn. There's no, I just can't see myself using a 6.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to at least use an 8. At least. Now on the yarn itself, I believe it recommends a 9. Let me see. No, it says an 8. It says an 8. And I know that the only way I remembered what hook size I was using was that it was orange, and this is a 9. So I remember the hook I was using with that blanket that I had that I frogged this morning. I remembered I was using my orange clover hook, which is a 9 millimeter. So this is probably what I'll use. Even though that says use a 6.5, this yarn is, no. I'm going to use this one. So I'll probably just use the pattern more as a guide, than as a rule. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I don't claim to be the queen of wearables. That title belongs to someone else. But I'm gonna try at some point. I got to finish Will's blanket first and foremost, and I got that other cardigan that I got over here staring at me with that all those colors changes, and then I got Eva's grandbaby's pullover. It's a pullover sweater that I'll be making her, and I've got a design drawn out for that. So I have a lot of stuff about to be going here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to just I'm gonna have to sit down and try to create kind of a budget, or a time budget, as it were, for projects, because I have too many things on my mental list that I want to do and not enough hours in the day. Because this, you know, Kayla's cardigan is just languishing there, and I really want to get done with Will's blanket before I pick that back up. And I don't want to start a new project until I finish Will's blanket, and, you know, but I don't have any paid projects right now. The sweater I'm doing for Eva's grandbaby is more of a trade type deal. She drew me a picture, and I'm doing her a sweater as a thank you. So that's more of a thank you thing. So it's not a particular timetable there. So it's just, you know, when I get to it. So I don't feel any pressure in as far as that goes. But I am excited to do it. But I do want to finish that other cardigan before, or at least have it in rotation. I think I just need to learn to rotate projects. I have a tendency to get one-track minded, especially if I have a paying gig, you know. I tend to just focus on that one thing until I get it done. I mean, you know, it only took me a week to get Shelly's cardigan done. And I kind of put everything else aside and to get it done. And I need to learn how to rotate things. I'm not really good at that. I know other people are. They can have, like Shannon over there at Another Yarn. I don't know how she does it. She has multiple projects and she gives them all some love. And I'm like, I need to figure out how to do that. Because I'll just, you know, I'll just get laser focused on one particular project, and everything else just, you know, gets left. So I don't know. It's a me problem. It's a me problem. Not anyone else's problem. It's a me problem. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But tonight, me and Will's blanket, we're going to work together. Tomorrow, I'm going to work on Will's blanket. And, you know, I'm going to give it some love, and we'll see how much progress I can get done. Hopefully by tomorrow's video I can show you some significant progress. I don't have anything going tomorrow, so tomorrow will be all about that. Trying to think. Yeah, I don't have anything really the rest of the week. No doctor's appointments, no nothing. So I can hopefully focus just strictly on that. I will probably, you know, work on the other thing. But just, you know, try to keep myself from getting burnt out on certain projects. But I feel like if I give Will's blanket some serious attention, that I can get it knocked out sooner rather than later. I just keep getting distracted by other stuff. So that, and I'm trying to keep the content coming for you guys, because who wants to sit and see me do a video every day working on the same project? How boring would that be if I just sit and just talked while working on the same project 7 days a week? Y'all would stop watching. You know you would stop watching. That would get boring. I wouldn't watch videos like that. No, just saying. You got to switch it up. You got to come up with some other kind of content. So, but at least I have my eye on that pattern over there. I'm going to start that in the next week or so. I'm going to start that pattern sweater with that bloom chunky. Thank you, Marcia, for the inspiration. Because I had already been through that book and already bookmarked that page for that pullover. I just hadn't quite figured out the yarn situation, what yarn I was going to use for that pullover. And then I saw her bloom chunky. She showed me a picture of the bloom chunky she was using, and I was like, and asked me would it work for a sweater, and I was like, yes, it would. And then I got to thinking about that blanket in the bloom chunky that I hadn't touched in over a year. And I was like, I can reclaim that yarn and make that a sweater. So there you have it. Frog that blanket and reclaim that yarn. It ain't like I didn't have other yarn, but I didn't have other bulky weight yarn that I could see being a sweater like I can that particular yarn. That particular yarn is begging to be a pullover sweater. Y'all know it is. It's going to be beautiful. And I would be happy. I'm going to make it probably a little oversized. That's probably, the hook size will probably help make it a little oversized and even more comfortable. So, yes. Wonderful. I look forward to it. It will be nice and comfy. I might even put a hood on it, because I have a way of making a hood using my it's a big pink loom, the large gauge loom. I can use that. There's a way that you can work along the sides like this and leave a peg in the front unworked and just work you know, back and forth like this. And then you could, when you take it off, you can seam up the top and leave the sides and the bottom undone, and it makes a hood. It makes a hood, and then you could take it and sew it along the neck. Boom, hood. So yeah, that's going to be my way of making hoods on things, especially that sweater. I think I want a hood for that sweater. I think it'd be cool. And yeah, I've made a hood that way before. I just never found a use for it until now. It's the things that come into mind years down the road after you've made them, and you're going, oh, yes. Or is that old 80s song, things that make you go, Yes. Well, anyway, I'll let y'all go for now. I just want to come on and let you know what was going on with my day and show you my frogged yarn and I don't know, just talk. But I'll show you that pattern too, because yeah, I'm hoping to with the upcoming sweater designs that I have brewing in my head. I'm hoping to use some other type of stitches, hopefully kind of broaden my stitch use, to hopefully make my sweater making more appealing to customers, to people that might want to order from me. So this sweater that I'll be making for Eva's grandchild, I'm hoping to flex some creativity muscles and make it, you know, appealing enough that other people might want me to make one for them. So because I got to generate some extra income, hopefully. Because these bills are not going to pay themselves, right? And these groceries are not going to buy themselves either. So we just had, and you know, and I don't want to, you know, just stay up in the house and never go do anything. The festival is not going to, you know, nope. But y'all have a good night. Please remember that I love you and so does Jesus. And please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And of course, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Bye.